Hi, I'm Bob Baulch with the That's Jesus channel. Thanks for tuning in. Jesus was a special high priest. Do you know that? He was a high priest, and Jesus was a special sacrifice. We'll get into that more in just a minute. In the meantime, if you like these kinds of videos, find them entertaining or educational, please go on ahead and hit that like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time a video comes out. I'd appreciate it. Under the law of Moses, priests worked, and they worked hard. Their job was never done. In fact, we don't even have mention of a chair in the temple for the priests. Can you imagine that? No chairs. And the sacrifices they offered were never enough. So they continued to sacrifice again and again. They stood and then they sacrificed. The next day they stood and they sacrificed. Following that, they stood and then they sacrificed some more. Do you see that pattern? And yet Jesus, because he was this special high priest, when Jesus offered himself as a sacrifice, it only needed to be done once. Just a single sacrifice of himself. And then he said, "It is finished." The debt was completely paid. It was done. Totally gone. Complete. And then what did Jesus do next? Jesus sat down. Jesus predicted to his disciples what he would do. He said he would sit down at the right hand of God, and that is exactly what he did. The following verses have one theme in common. You ready? Here we go. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 12. Look that up. Colossians 3, 1. 1 Peter 3, 22. Hebrews 12, 2. Romans 8, 34. Hebrews 8, 1. Ephesians 1, 20. And Hebrews 1, 3. They all have one theme in common. You know what that theme is? Jesus is sitting at the right hand of the throne of God. But there was this one time, as the first person was about to be martyred for preaching the gospel, he looked into heaven and Jesus was no longer sitting down. Stephen said in Acts 7:56, he said, quote, "Behold, I see the heavens opened up and the Son of Man standing at the right hand of God." Jesus was standing. God has not forgotten his people. Jesus is interested and actively participating in our lives. From adolescence to adulthood, from birth to new birth, from cradle through COVID, from happy to hurting, Jesus is there listening to us, counseling us, reminding us that he's never left us and he never will. When we need him, he's there. And when things get extra tough, when you are persecuted for the name of Jesus, when you are used and abused for the sake of Jesus, when you are alone and abandoned because of Jesus, when you are distraught and about to die for your faith in Jesus, Jesus is there, standing at the right hand of God. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go on ahead and hit that like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. I thank you so much for your time. Be blessed.